Hey everybody, it's Aaron from the Kilby Life, bringing another Kilby Live video. Today I'm going to be bringing you the results of my Dexa scan. I would also like to thank Element for sponsoring this video.
For 170 pounds, because we've been doing these scans now for a year, I would say you're probably, you could be, no, I think I have one guy that's had more muscle mass than you. You're one of the top guys that have had the most muscle mass. I have another guy who's came in, and I remember he came in, I was like, oh geez, and he had, I think, maybe 183 or something like that, but he was just like a beast or something. I don't know.
Well,
like
yeah.
He ate a person.
I mean, I'm tall though too,
right?
But
yes, but yeah, 170 pounds. I've had a lot of guys in the 160s, again, yeah, you have a very good amount of muscle mass, but that's good.
And I've only worked out for like the last year of my entire life. That's it.
Oh gosh, that's great.
Hey hon, guess what? I'm 170 pounds of muscle. How much do you weigh? Alright, let's get into this. Looking over DexaFit, body score, I got a B. I'm happy with a B. Because I guarantee if I would have went in and got a Dexa scan before I started the carnivore diet, I would have had at least a D or an F. It would have been way worse than a B. We can see over here on this DexaFit, body score of a B, and it says my total mass over here is 232 pounds, and my target should be 207. And so you got to take those targets with a grain of salt. 207, I was thinking 205 would have been my goal weight, but this says 207. Okay, well, that's 2 less pounds to lose if I want to get to that goal weight. If I look at the scale and take that as like what I need to do. Body fat percentage says I'm at 23.9% body fat. So essentially 24% body fat. And it says the target should be 15%. And you see this little scale, it's like I'm almost the higher risk at 25. I'm not sure if I agree with that. And I also not sure if I don't agree with it. I've never been there. I don't know how I'll feel if I got there, if it's healthy for me, but this thing says that body fat percentage for me, 15% and a little less would be best. And about 17% says would be safe. Okay, well, I'm still in the safe range over here. So, I'm still in the safe range. That's good. This is talk about my lean mass. I'm in the safe zone. Lean mass, 170 pounds. And target 170 pounds. So that's interesting. Like my lean mass needs to be 170 pounds. So that should be my target, and that's exactly where I'm at. So that must mean that I have some fat to lose. If I need to lose 25 pounds, that 25 pounds needs to come from fat. Okay. Seems like a lot. So my visceral fat says that I have 1.47 pounds of visceral fat, and my target should be 0.60 pounds. And it's, it says that I'm in higher risk of visceral fat. To get outside of that is what, a pound or less of visceral fat? I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm not sure if this is accurate. It almost reminds me kind of like the BMI scales, but BMI scales don't account for muscle mass, and I'm hoping this is accounting for muscle mass. But the reality is that's saying that I need to lose a ½ pound of visceral fat. That sounds doable. T-score. What is that? Your score factors determine your body score and include your body fat percentage, lean mass, total mass, visceral fat, and skeletal health. T-score. Oh, so that's my skeletal health. So my skeletal health is a 1.60 and target 1.60. So I'm in the safe zone and close to best. Nice. Good skeleton. I got a good skeleton. Got good bones. So body fat total, 23.9, 55 pounds. It's saying I have 55 pounds of fat on my body. And they want me to lose 25 of that. Okay, so that would leave me with, 30 pounds of fat left on my body is my target. I don't have any trends because I've only gone once, which is nice. Now I could go in 6 months again and see where I'm trending. This actually says on this body fat, let's go back here, that I'm 2% under the average for your peer group. That means I'm 2% overweight for my peer group. Actually, when I was talking to the lady, she's saying this is a marker for people that are like into health and stuff. So like a lot of people that are like morbidly obese and obese wouldn't be even going in there and getting one of these scans in the first place. So this is like a percentage of people that have got these scans from this place, I believe. And so lean mass total, 170 pounds. You are 2% over the average for your peer group. So 170 pounds of muscle mass, lean mass. It actually shows my percentage of fat in my my arms. I got a little bit more fat in my left arm than my right arm, which they said that is normal, but my lean mass is actually higher in my left arm than my right arm, even though I'm right-handed. Okay, take that with a grain of salt. Body fat in my trunk, perfect, right down the middle. Lean mass in my trunk, I got a perfect trunk. My legs, about even for my lean mass, and my fat on my legs about even. So that means that I'm about as strong in both arms, legs, and my trunk. So symmetrical, that's good. Appendicular lean mass index, fat-free mass index. So my lean mass index 9.6, change 0, target 9.6. So it's literally saying that I'm right at the lean mass that I should have. And fat-free mass index 21.5, and my target should be 21.0. So I'm like, there's smiley faces here.
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Smiley faces seem good.
This is essentially telling me that I'm healthy. And when I'm sitting here wrestling with my weight and feeling fat, all these things, I went and got this Dexa scan, and I'm like, dude, seriously, I'm healthy. Sure, I got some places to go if I want to work really hard to get my fat down and my body percentage fat down and just get lean and shredded and those types of things. But I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Visceral fat 1.47 pounds. Just still says wants me to have it a little bit lower. I don't know what the android genoid ratio is. We want to be less than 1 and ideally between 6 and 8. So I got some work to do there. Here about your AG ratio. Android versus gynoid ratio, abbreviated to AG ratio, represents how your body fat is being stored. Proportionally across the body, those are our apple-shaped store more fat around the belly and midsection, where pear-shaped intervals store more fat around the hips and thigh regions. Having an apple shape is associated with elevated levels of visceral fat and is increased risk for type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and heart disease. Men are more likely to store fat in an apple shape, while women are more likely to be pear-shaped. Bone mineral content, 6.68 pounds of total bone, and that is exactly my target. Okay, awesome. Shows exactly how much bone mineral density is in all my areas. Ooh, almost a pound of trunk. This is so weird. Yeah, so here's my baseline. This is great. This is great news. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's like 10,000 degrees in here in this garage where I'm trying to film this. I'm starting to sweat like crazy. That reminds me, let me talk about today's sponsor. And I need to get out of here. Element is a tasty electrolyte drink that has all the stuff you want with none of the junk. It has a science-backed formula with 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Element is good for anyone on a keto diet, carnivore diet, paleo diet, any diet. Element has a perfect ratio for giving you exactly what you need to be hydrated and have all the electrolytes to continue an active lifestyle. It has all the stuff you want with none of the junk. None of the BS. Right now, Element is offering our listeners a free sample pack of 8 of their flavors with any purchase. All you need to do is go to drinkelement.com/Kilby. That's DRINKLMNT.com/Kilby to claim your free sample pack today. Yeah, so thinking about this Dexa scan, going into that scan, I was in that kind of funk where I brought you the video about just how I was caught off guard about having body dysmorphia, or like just thinking about my body and not reaching my goals and working so hard and getting some mental fatigue thinking about it, thinking about food, thinking about health. I just got a little bit tired, and honestly sharing that gave me some strength. So that's a hack. If you're wrestling with those types of things, find someone to talk to about it. Even if it's a camera and you post it on the internet, or a camera and just watch it yourself back later, it's good therapy to talk through how you're feeling, why you're feeling that way, why do you think you're feeling that way, is there changes that you think you could make. If you were giving advice to a good friend, what would that advice be if they were in your situation? And that's also a good reminder. Give yourself advice like you're counseling a dear friend, and not just yourself, looking down on yourself, beating on yourself, giving yourself a hard time. But getting that Dexa scan, going in there and going through the process, sitting down, talking with the doctor there, I believe she was a doctor, but laying on that table, she said relax for 6 minutes. I relaxed. It was nice. Sometimes the therapy you need is just someone giving you permission to relax. I did the scan. She came back and was telling me that I had the second highest muscle mass of anyone that she has scanned in the last year over there since I got that scan. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Hopefully she's not just saying that. Why would she say that? I don't know. But I was so thankful that I got that scan, because now I know where I'm at and I have a baseline. Now, that being said, I wish I had got a scan before I started this diet, but I'm not sure I would have even known what it is. Well, I know I didn't know what it was. 2, I didn't know what I was looking at then for sure. I didn't even know what visceral fat was or subcutaneous fat. I didn't know those things. But now that I got it, going in there and going through that stuff and just seeing like I'm at some of the goals compared to their scales, I have some work to do if I want to get to the safe markers or best markers on what they predict, overall health outcomes are. It says I'm going to live to 81 years old, but if I'm 94, I'm more likely to live to 100 than at 45 to 100 because I'm so much closer. So I would assume as I get older, that number could raise. I'm okay with 81. I would love to see great grandkids. That's my only hope and desire. But I left that office / juice bar with just joy in my heart and a thankfulness, and just reassured that I'm making the right decisions in my life. Going on a carnivore diet literally changed my life, changed my health outcomes. And I don't want to say I don't care what anyone says, because sometimes I do, but I'm telling you, the carnivore diet changed my life. Cutting out the carbs, the sugars, all the processed foods changed my life. It gave me control on what I put in my mouth, a new way of thinking, just a lot of hope for the future. This thing says 81. Cool. I'll take it. You have no idea how much healthier you could be. I'm speaking to myself right now. You have no idea how much healthier you could be from where you are right now, Aaron. Don't beat on yourself. Be kind to yourself. Don't put up with your crap. But pursue health for yourself, obviously, so you're able, competent, able, physically able to protect it and love effectively. You're strong enough to help your wife. You live long enough to be a helper for her. Pursue health to be here for your kids and your kids' kids. Your kids' kids. If you're blessed to. But also pursue God in all that you do. Ask Him for wisdom and guidance in everything you do. He will help you. He will help you navigate this life. Ask Him for blessings, insight, and mercy. And above all else, Aaron, when you fall down spiritually, physically, mentally, get up as quick as you can and try to fall down less. All right, everybody, thank you for watching these Kilby Life videos. If me and my journey has earned your subscription today, make sure we get it over at the Kilby Life. I'm going to continue to bring you carnivore content. Make sure to look down in the description on ways that you could contact us. Support the channel. I hope you have a blessed day. Kilby out. Okay, now I'm really getting out of here. See, my wife wants to go for a walk too.